what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Fourth and Goal Sports Show. I'm your host, Tyrus Filson, and we're about to get spicy. Want to do something different, So today we're going to be talking about the top 5 most hated NFL players. At the number 5 spot, we have Dallas Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott, honestly, as a Washington fan, Dak Prescott's a cool dude. He's cool with me. I don't have much of a problem with Dak. I think the flack that Dak gets or the hate that he gets is mostly from people who don't like the Dallas Cowboys and Jerry Jones. Not so much for Dak, really. I mean, there are times where Dak can be a little corny.
Scott, look at his workout. This is what he does.
Naive.
The 2024 Dallas Cowboys will
win the Super Bowl.
But for the most part, Dak Prescott seems like a chill dude. He seems like a likable quarterback. I think a large part of it is just because of him being the starting quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys. There's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of hate. There's a lot of dislike that comes with that career, that comes with that job. So, we got Dak at the 5 spot. Going to number 4, we have New York Football Jets quarterback Aaron Rodgers. We have Aaron Rodgers at the 4 spot. A large part of this because of his recent antics in the later half of his career, with the whole darkness retreat, politics talk, all that stuff. A lot of the things that Aaron Rodgers has been talking about recently that he's gotten himself involved in, and probably the past 2 off seasons, has really ticked a lot of people off, especially a lot of fans who really keep up with the NFL across the board and not just their own team. But not just that, because those are personal life things, but I think the part of it when it gets to you're off on a retreat when you should be at training camp. And a lot of excuses were made with that. It's like, oh, well, he's a veteran, he's this and that. At the end of the day, you want to help your team win. You want to be a part of your team building success on the season, and he wasn't there for his team. That ticked a lot of people off. It doesn't matter how successful you are, how long you've been in the NFL. You got to be there for your team as a quarterback, as a leader. That's kind of ticked people off, and it's caused a lot of dislike for Aaron Rodgers. Also, it just seems like a lot of times with the Jets' struggles this year, he's had a whole lot of lack when it comes to the accountability department. You saw the whole situation with Robert Saleh, who was the head coach of the Jets, fired. It seemed like a lot of the blame was shifted towards Robert Saleh rather than Aaron Rodgers and his struggles. And it's just been a lot of dislike and a lot of hate towards Aaron Rodgers in recent memory. Going to number 3, we have Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes, I think a lot of the dislike and the hatred towards Pat has to be because of his success and also his corniness.
I've heard it since I was in 7th grade. But it's something that I've kind of embraced. And the guys, Kelsey, Tyreek, and those guys throw some shots at me, but don't worry, I throw shots back.
A large part of fans will start hating on you for no reason, start hating. That's just what happens. That's just a part of the success. When you become successful, there's going to be haters, and Patrick Mahomes has a lot of haters across the board. So, the Chiefs for sure, one of the most hated teams. And, of course, if it's one of the most hated teams, of course, the top player on that team is going to be one of the most hated, of course. Patrick Mahomes, to me, I think he's a chill dude. There are some things about him that I might not always agree with or might not like, but I'm not one of those Patrick Mahomes haters. He's a chill quarterback. He's cool, chill dude. Seems like he's a good leader for his team, and he's a dang good quarterback. He's a darn good quarterback. He does his job very well. And I don't have a problem with the Chiefs' success, unlike some people. I really don't have too much of a problem. Now, with that being said, do I want to see them win again? No, I would like to see somebody else get in there, but it was not, I'm still going to watch the NFL even if the Chiefs three-peat. I'm not going to be one of those people. I'm not going to be hating on Patrick Mahomes. He's a great quarterback, probably the best quarterback of our era. So I think that's probably the reason why he's hated on, because of his success. But going to number 2, I have Kansas City Chiefs legendary tight end Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce with the whole Taylor Swift situation, I think everybody knows what I'm about to say. That whole situation with the NFL constantly replaying it on the screen, constantly mentioning it, constantly bringing it up, it has caused an annoyance. It has caused a great hatred or a great dislike to Travis Kelce. Now, with that being said, there's a certain portion that has increased in dislike, which is probably the majority. And then there's a certain increase in Travis Kelce's popularity and his likability amongst Taylor Swift fans, who are that fan base, it's deep. It's deep. So Travis definitely got some help from them as far as like the Pro Bowl votes, probably jersey sales, those things. But as far as Travis Kelce, it's a lot of hate, a lot of dislike. Taking it away from the whole Taylor Swift situation, Travis Kelce on his own is pretty much like a very boastful football player. I'll give him that. He's very boastful. He's very cocky. He's not afraid to tell you about yourself. He's not afraid to tell you who he is as an elite player. And I think ever since that Justin Tucker situation, I think a lot of fans stopped messing with Travis Kelce, didn't like him anymore. He's definitely one of those players where if he's not on your team, he's not going to be somebody that you're really a big fan of, unless you're a young kid and aspiring to be a tight end one day. But I don't know. Travis Kelce isn't the most likable football player. I'll just say that. Definitely number 2 as the most hated. But going to the number 1 spot, the top most hated player in the NFL right now has to be Cleveland Browns quarterback Deshaun Watson. A large part of his hatred goes into the fans who are considering his outside of football activities. Because to be honest, on the football side, Deshaun Watson seems like a well-rounded football player as far as leadership, as far as character on the field. From all of his teammates, you hear great things about him.
I was taught to love no matter the circumstances, especially for people who do right by you. I'm grateful that I had a chance to serve Deshaun, but I am very upset with the reaction to a man that has had the world against him for the past 4 years, and he put his body and life on the line for this city.
The Browns' future is looking pretty bad right now, and he's a large part of the reason for that. He is one of the most hated players in the NFL, one of the most disliked players in the NFL, and it doesn't look like that's going to change anytime soon, unfortunately, but at the end of the day, you can just control what you can control. People are going to love you, people are going to hate you. It is what it is. But in conclusion, I'm your host, Tyrus Filson. This is the 4th and Goal Sports Show. Have a blessed day, have a productive week, and make today count. Until next time, peace.